Hi, I'm Jiangyi Yang. I'm from the team 72, and I mainly did the backend job. I think I should start with the data collection part. The data collection part is finished by one of my teammates, and he collect post ID and URL from AIRD, this website, and all of the post content will be collected through the URL. And yeah, I deploy his harvester into the fission through fission function into K8s. Then there are two harvesters. The first is base harvester, which is used for collecting the historical data. As you can see, our topic is about the tariff, and the tariff started at April the 1st. So the function will collect data from April the 1st to yesterday of the function is um, activated. Then for the refresh, and the base function will only be run once. Yeah. Then for the refresh function, it will collect new data. For the new data, it is data from 5 years ago to right now when the function is activated. And there is a trigger, a timer trigger to trigger the refresh uh, function each 2 hours. It is the it is called M timer. And after the data is collected, um, it will send a post request to this link mq/mdata, and this will activate the HTTP trigger, which is called MQ. After the MQ trigger is activated, it will trigger this function, the enqueue function. The function's job is to collect data from the harvester and send data to the Redis, and the topic is mdata. So after the mdata have received the data, it is uh, updated. Then there is also a MQ trigger, which is called M processing. This trigger always listen the M data topic. If the M data topic is updated, then the M2 trigger will be activated, and it will trigger the next function, which is the M processor. This function, this is written by Node.js. Yeah, after this function is triggered, it will send data to the output data to this new topic. It's also Redis topic. And there is also a MQ trigger, a new MQ trigger, which always listen to this M output data topic. And the MQ trigger is called add M output data. Yeah, after the MQ trigger is activated, it will trigger the last fission function, which is called also add M output data .py. So if the function is triggered, it will uh, receive data from the moutput data function and send it to the new Elasticsearch. Yeah, and for the processing job, the M processor's job is to uh, receive data and change those JSON data's format. Change them to a new format and add some other key values such as one of its job is to get hashtag from the content of the post and add a new key value. The key is hashtag, the value is the content of the hashtag, and there are also other key values to be added in the new JSON file. Yeah, and for the add output data, its job is not only send the data to the Elasticsearch, it will also do some data formatting job. For example, the Mastodon is not a single website. It has many other domains, so it may collect data from many countries. So those data can have different time zones, and the job of this function is to format all of these different time zone to the same time format. Yeah. Mm. Anyway, the data will be sent to the Elasticsearch and to this index, output data index. After that, uh, the data in the Elasticsearch can be requested through RESTful API by the local computer. Uh, yeah, I think that's all for this part, and I should introduce you about my code. Yeah, and my code is mainly uh, added in the backend slash vision, this folder, and it can be divided into three parts. The first part is the harvester. As you can see, the harvester has two codes, the base and the refresh. These two harvesters are almost similar except their time. Yeah, and I should show you one critical stuff, which is the uh, request post. Yeah, after the data is collected, it will send a post request to this link, mq/mdata. And I should show you the command I use to add those fission components. I should first show you the timer. Wait, the timer. As you can see, the timer will trigger the function, the refresh function, each 2 hours. Yeah, and after the refresh is triggered, data will be sent to this link, and then another trigger, which is the HTTP trigger, will be uh, activated, and the URL is this. Yeah, the, the topic can be changed. For this project, the topic is mdata, so data will be sent to the um, will be sent to the MQ with the argument. The topic is the argument. So I should show the MQ function. As you can see, the MQ function will receive the data and the topic argument, then add them to the list, and the topic is mdata, the content is the JSON data. Yeah. After data is added to the mdata topic, uh, another MQ trigger will be activated, which is this one. It's called M processing. As you can see, it always listens to this topic, M data topic, and if the M data topic is updated, then the trigger will be activated and trigger this M processor function. Yeah, this Node.js function, which is the next function I should introduce to you. The M processor function is a Node.js function. Its mainly job is to reformat the data, yeah, to a new format and add some other key values. For example, I add a new hashtag key, and this is its value, and a mentions key, and this is its value. And I also add a word count. Yeah. So we can have more attributes to discuss in the data analysis and the data visualization part. Yeah. That's what this function does. Then it will be processed and sent to the moutput data topic. It's a new topic. And after the new topic receives the data, another M trigger will also be triggered, which is this one. This one is add M output data. This MQ trigger will listen to this topic, this new topic. And if the new topic is updated, the trigger will be activated, and the MQ trigger will trigger this function, add M output data function. I should show you. It's this one. So Yeah, the code is about this. And what this code did is does is to there are many kinds of this data of this time and with many time zone. So this function convert those time format to uh, a typical time format, and then it did some data formatting, and finally the data is formatted enough and it's good enough to be received by the Elasticsearch. And then it will be sent to the Elasticsearch, and the index is this one. Yeah, so now the data is sent to the Elasticsearch, and that's all what I have done. And I have also did some, I've also done some other jobs. For example, I deployed the whole cluster, and I also deployed all the components of the cluster which is needed in this project. For example, I deployed the Elasticsearch, I deployed the Redis and Redis Insights, also Kibana, as well as Fission. Yeah, I deployed all of these stuffs. And I think I should also show you this one, the specs folder. This folder contains all the YAML file, which is used for Fission to deploy all of those packages, those functions, and those triggers and the routers. Yeah, I think the specs is very useful. You know, it can get help me get all the details of the situation about my function components. Yeah, I think it's very useful. And yeah, that's all for my introduction. Thank you for listening.